Hello, my name is Andrew, and I am the host of this video series called Humans of RippleX. And here today, I have our wonderful Ryan Haraki with us. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So it just starts out with you introducing yourself. So could you just introduce yourself, what you're doing, what you're passionate about, and so on?
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Ryan. I'm a business and comp sci student over at UBC in my first year right now. A little bit about me, I guess. I guess I'm a fellow here at Ripple, and I'm building UBC DAO, which is going to be a very interesting project. We're going to be expanding, hopefully, the crypto and Web3 community over at UBC and in Vancouver. Yeah, very passionate about, I guess, Web3, social impact, and also space. I would like to get humans to space one day. So yeah, it's a bit about
wow. Okay. Yeah, I'd be just interested in hearing more about, your building areas. So like, you said you're excited about space and UBC DAO. Could you just elaborate more on that? Like, why are you interested in it and why are you interested in building it?
Sure. So I'll start with UBC DAO. Honestly, it was kind of random. I was at a crypto conference, and one of the people there were like, "Yeah, UBC should totally have a crypto club or Web3 club." And I was like, "Now's my time to shine." So I pitched it to him. It worked. We got a team together, and now we're building it. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I think that the biggest issues with Web3 stuff like that is the barrier to entry and very low accessibility. And if you want to onboard 1 billion people, you can't have those issues. So it exists to help solve those problems. And to do that, a lot of it is going to involve building a community and making resources and learning ways to learn a lot more accessible, and just lowering the barrier to entry. And then as for space, I've been like a space geek since I was a little kid. Like I was that nerd in like grade 1, 2, 3 that was just reading space books all the time.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I sort of it's something I've been into my whole life. I think that like if we're stuck on the ground, dude, that is so boring. Like we should space is in my opinion our logical next step. I even wrote about it actually. I wrote a whole essay about it on my website. But yeah, it's the next logical step. So I think that the first step there is the moon. So we'll see what happens.
Right. So I'm guessing you're closely following everything happening with like Blue Origin and SpaceX and all that.
Trying to. Honestly, right now I've been following crypto and Web3 more just because that's my area of focus. And then I'm still trying to keep up with space, although honestly not as much as I used to.
Right. Okay, that's super interesting. So like, I'm curious, what was your motivation to join the RippleX Fellowship?
Venture capital is something that I've always found interesting ever since I kind of got into startups and founder, et cetera. But it's always been like kind of, this mysterious, like these rich guys that like exited the company or something. And now they're like, these intimidating people you pitch to and maybe you'll raise a couple million or something. But, that's not what it's about. And it's, even though sometimes it's intimidating at first, what is venture? It's like you're just empowering people to go build things that are going to change the world. And it's a little bit difficult, I think, for some people to learn at the beginning to learn about it. And RippleX is offering the solution to that, right? So we have the fellowship, they're releasing the public course. I think that what Dom and the people over there are building is something really beneficial, and it's something I wanted to be a part of.
Right. I definitely second that. And the way that RippleX Fellowship democratizes this knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Really valuable, and that sharing of knowledge really builds the collective kind of whole, right? So I think it's really great. Even in our discussions last week in our fellowship chat, I think everyone had different opinions and ideas to bring, and that really built our collective knowledge. So
exactly, it's nice to have a small group of people with different opinions and perspectives that they can bring to the table. It helps everyone learn.
For sure. So Ryan, like, where do you kind of see yourself in 5 years? It's the cliche interview question, but I think, like, a question of what you're thinking of.
I think this is an answer I gave this question before. I think that the most exciting thing about that is I don't know. Yeah, I could give like some answer like, oh, maybe I see myself working somewhere, maybe I'll be a founder of some company. I don't know. Right. I'll be doing what I've been doing. Like the pieces of the puzzle will fall into place. I'm just doing what I'm doing now. preparing for a better future, and we'll just see where it takes me. I think that that's the most exciting thing about the future.
Yeah, I think that is so true. Like if the world was full of certainty, it wouldn't be as exciting as it is now.
Exactly.
Or we wouldn't want certain like bad things to happen, like COVID.
Right.
That's the bad case of uncertainty. But there has been a lot of good things coming out that hasn't been expected or was able to be planned. So I think that's super true.
Absolutely. I think it's good to focus on like the more positive things that have been going on, and then build off of that, and just try and make a better future for everyone, and then we'll see what happens.
Right. So if people wanted to follow you or like read more about your interests, you just mentioned you had a website. What could people do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the main place to find out more about me is Twitter. That's where I have like everything basically. So if you go on Twitter at Ryan Haraki _, so RyanHarak _, it's my Twitter. Just recommend following that. Yeah, shoot me a DM, and yeah, I would love to chat with anyone.
All right. Well, Ryan, I think that wraps up our conversation. Thank you for coming on, and yeah, have a great day.
Absolutely, I appreciate you doing this, Andrew. It's very fun.